sitting there. Introduction to this, but anyways, hello everybody, this is NCSO7 here, and welcome to the video. And today, I'm going to be doing a video, and I'm going to just load this up on... Okay, good. So today, I'm going to be joined by my 11 Lamborghini. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I was about to. Okay, I'm Nerfmaster Lamborghini. I've been on one of his streams before, but So me and NC7 talk on here a lot, and we decided because of that, and we get along so well, we decided why not start a podcast series like this.
Yeah.
And so that's why I and NC7 are here today.
Yep. Also, just to state otherwise, you might have noticed that I don't have the thing on the side where there's the chat. The reason why is because of the fact that this is a different type of video. This is still classified a video, even though this is streamed. It's going to be classified as a video, and I will not be interacting that much with the chat. So, yeah. Since it's going to be mostly just me and Nerfmaster talking about our favorite games for this episode. But do tune in for the next time we do a podcast when we'll be talking about our more controversial takes in the gaming industry.
And if you guys want to know when that will be, just keep up with N67's community post, because he posts a schedule on there every week.
And yeah, I also do want to quickly apologize that this is a day late because of schedule changes. So yeah, I know this is gonna happen yesterday,
that was my fault.
It's not your fault at all. There's nothing to be shamed. No shame at all, because we're at least doing this. But yeah, so I want to kind of get all that out there. I guess we may as well get into it then. I guess without further delay, we may as well get into this. So. I've got a decent amount of games in mind. We are going to be going into detail on this stuff as well. So, I'll let you start first since you're my co-host.
Alright then. So, how do you kind of want me to do this? Do you kind of want me to, like, rank this in, like, a top 5 style, or what do you want me to do?
Not really rank it, just kind of talk about some of your favorite games. You don't have to rank them. If you want to rank them, but you don't have to. First game that comes to mind that you really like, that's your favorite. One of your favorites.
Okay, so the first game that comes to Minecraft. And the reason why Minecraft comes to mind is because I don't know if you know this or not, but I come from Xbox 360. That's where actually Nerfmaster111 comes into my channel name, because that was my gamer tag on 360. Ooh. And I put that on my channel name to represent the gaming part of my content. And for those who don't know, that's just where part of my name comes from. Lamborghini is to represent the car-based... Lamborghini is meant to represent the car-based content of my channel. But, that's besides the point. Minecraft is a game that I pretty much grew up with completely. My friends and I used to play on it all the time, and we would be building a lot of stuff. We built stuff from suspension bridges to skyscrapers to entire cities. And I still play the game to this day, and it's still okay, I guess. I'm not too big of a fan of this new Bedrock edition, not gonna lie. I mean, I like that we get like mods and stuff now, but it's still not completely perfect yet. And if it's gonna be the primary platform, I think Microsoft should still do a little bit more to it. But hopefully we can have some of that stuff later on. But also, Minecraft, I just love the idea of a game that encourages creativity like this.
Absolutely.
And that's why Minecraft is one of the first games that comes to mind, because not only did I grow up with the freaking game and play it for probably 2-3 years, but also, it's just a game that really has a nice concept to it. Lots of creativity involved. And if you guys have seen my Lego hypercars that I build and sometimes make videos about, you guys will know that I'm somewhat creative. But that's Minecraft. For me, anyway.
So
Next up,
well,
go ahead.
we're gonna go kind of alternate, but some stuff I want to add to what you said. You first played Minecraft on an Xbox 360, right?
yes.
Okay, so you did not grow up with the crappy mobile version, like I did.
I've played PE before, but like 1 or 2 times. That's about it.
Dude, I grew up playing PE for the longest time until I eventually got it for Xbox, Minecraft on Xbox One, and then Nintendo Switch, and then PS4 last year. Yeah, Minecraft's one of those games I get on all systems. I get it on all systems.
Okay, now I just straight up feel bad for you growing up with PE. That, oh my god.
Dude, it was like
PE
3
is just
years.
not.
It was like 3 years.
Oh
and
my
playing
god!
and playing it and like playing PE now is just so bad. It's just like I want to just play the Switch version at that point, just to play portably, or the PS4 version.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no Switch back in those days, right?
There wasn't a Switch. Like, Switch wasn't a thing until like 4 years after I first played it. So it'd be like 2013 when I first played it.
Jeez, you probably had an earlier start than I did.
Epic fail right there. But yeah, I really like Minecraft too. I think Minecraft's one of the most, just to kind of add a little bit to what you were saying, I think Minecraft is one of the most important games ever made. Like, I see a lot of people who are just
Really?
like, Minecraft's very cringy, and it's such a bad game, and when it's like, how is it a bad game? Like, I can definitely see people being like, it doesn't necessarily appeal to me, like that's one thing, but I see some people be like, Minecraft is bad, and it like destroyed like the internet, because I'd say like Minecraft was one of the first games to become like a viral game on the internet, and that is true. And it is also kind of true that Minecraft, in a sense, kind of did kill off LPs. Like, remember when like Let's Plays used to be like the biggest thing on YouTube, and then like, well, Minecraft and more so Five Nights at Freddy's kind of destroyed that?
Yeah, they really did.
It is true. Like, that stuff is true, but I feel like Minecraft is one of the most important games made. This is a game that just... It's... So, there's that. And also, I feel like Minecraft is just so good. It's such a creative game. Like, there were games that were, like, open world and, like, sandboxy, but not as sandboxy as Minecraft. Like, Minecraft, you can literally do anything you want. Like, anything.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not.
You can blow up entire mountains with TNT, you can...
Oh, I love doing that!
Entire city.
Dude, I would just dig,
now,
I would go in creative mode, just dig into the ground, and then just, like, I would just, like, float up, but just place TNT below me, and then just have this huge, like, line. I would just do that. That's just so much fun.
Yeah, and apparently you can also make, some rated 18 plus material from it.
Oh,
as
God.
I've seen before.
Oh,
like,
God.
Dude, have you ever actually seen Minecraft Jenny? Have you seen that before?
I've never seen that.
You've never seen Minecraft Jenny? Dude, that stuff is actually really funny.
Okay.
Dude, there's like this episode with this girl called Amber and like the horse. It's really funny because, yeah, like Jenny wants her to fuck a horse, and so Jenny's just calling her a noob the entire time because she won't fuck this horse.
That's funny. That is funny.
It is funny.
Okay, I need to see that. Yeah. But, like, Minecraft is such a good game. Hell, Steve even got into Super Smash Brothers. Like, seriously, that's so awesome.
That even made it. That actually even made it as a premise on SMG4.
Yeah, like so many people. I even saw people that were like, Steve in Smash is the dumbest thing ever, and then it happened, which is awesome. But yeah, I really like Minecraft too. I don't know if I would necessarily say it's one of my favorite games ever. Like if you asked me that question like a couple like 4 years ago, then I would say yes. But now, it's a good game. I like it. But yeah. So, I think that kind of has to do with Minecraft. Anything else you want to add?
Well, Minecraft, I'm just going to say this much right now. The game is not perfect, but it still is a staple in my childhood. And for that, I love it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's a staple for many's childhood, and no game is perfect, so... Yeah. Like...
No.
You know you should just mute yourself. Okay, so yeah. Okay, there we go. So hopefully you guys are all doing well. Hopefully, I haven't really said it yet. Hopefully you guys are having a good night. Also, I'm not paying attention to the chat since this isn't a stream like normal, even though it is a stream. This is a podcast, so, yeah. But yeah, hopefully you guys have been doing well. So I run into that car.
What? Okay, I come back to here, I run into that car.
Yeah, smash into a car again. Alright, so, anything else after Minecraft?
How fast are you going?
Like 100.
100.
But back to
the... 200 before you crash into the car. Great. Alright.
Yeah. But back to the topic. Oh, you go.
But like I said before, Minecraft is a staple in my childhood, and also, I really wish that Microsoft never purchased it. I'm just gonna say that much right now. They've kind of made it into something I'm not really too much of a fan of. But
yes.
it is still one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
But I still think all I think it needs is just some serious improvements made by Microsoft. Because I'm not saying that Microsoft can't make a good game, far from it. But what they've done to Minecraft isn't really that good.
Best thing they need to fix is the goddamn load time to get into Minecraft on PS4. It is awful for me. Like, it legitimately takes, like, maybe a minute and a half to get into the game. When, like, the Nintendo Switch version only takes me, like, 20 seconds to get to the title screen.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. It's very frustrating, but even so, the Minecraft's still really good.
That's like GTA 5 loading times.
Which we'll get to that game later on, so, yeah. And later on is right now, so, one of my favorite games of all time is GTA 5. I have mentioned it before, I've mentioned it in a lot of, like, videos, I've mentioned it in some I've played it a lot on my streams. GTA 5 is my favorite open world game of all time. Kind of going back with the whole open world kind of thing, like, Minecraft, you can do a lot of stuff in that, but in GTA 5, there's a lot of fun stuff to do, because, like, I feel like GTA 5, you get a wanted level on you, you can perform heights, you can perform stunt races, you can do deathmatch, you can do sumo, you can do, like, so much stuff. It's really wicked. Like, especially with the online mode, and the story mode is so good. Like, well, I will say the story mode isn't necessarily... Like, I don't play the story mode as much as the online mode, but the story mode is really good. Dude, I love Franklin, Michael, and Trevor so much. They're such good characters. They're funny as hell. Especially Trevor, when he gets angry. It's really funny. Gameplay is really good. I just love the gameplay of GTA 5. I remember when I used to play GTA 5 on PC, and it was so... it was just not as good, like, compared to the PS4 version. I actually remember playing it with a keyboard and mouse. Like, seriously. And then I kind of stopped playing after a while, and then on PS4, it was like early July of, like, 2019. So it was like a week into having my PS4. I saw that GTA 5 was like $30 on the PlayStation Store, and I was like, I'm getting it. And then I just played it non-stop for like forever, because the game is so good. And here's the biggest thing that I will say about GTA 5, and probably one of the biggest reasons why I love the game so much. I can turn it on at any day of the week, at any hour of the day, and still enjoy it.
Not many games give you that kind of magic.
Yeah, like, I can play it at any time, and it will still give me that enjoyment. Like, I mean, sometimes I get kind of bored, but I really enjoy it. So, yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on it for right now, but I know you've got a lot to say about it, so let's hear it.
Yep. Now, GTA 5 Online is something that has kind of not only defined my channel, but also has been something I've been playing for over 2 years now. And in 2 years of playing this game, I know there's a lot of stuff you can actually do. You can start massive cop battles. You can have, if a tryhard attacks you, you can have some fun fighting them for a while, because trust me, fighting other players can actually be fun. If, like, I've had people text me before, like, hey, you want to do, like, a friendly 1v1? And I've done them before because not only did they ask me nicely, but also because it's something that actually can be fun. And street racing is something that I love to do in this game the most, as you guys might be able to tell by me having Lamborghini in my name. But also, I don't know what it is about this game. I just love the concept of a fully open world game where you're not just confined to a car the entire time. You can actually get out of the car and explore the place on foot as well.
You can kill pedestrians.
It's almost like a game of life, essentially, and
yeah.
I really kind of like this. And also, I love the criminal aspect of this game.
Oh yeah.
The criminal aspect is really, really cool. And obviously this game is not without its flaws, but same thing can be said with every other game. And I've made plenty of videos already talking about the flaws of this game, so I don't need to do anything else like that now. But
though, as a little side note, Rockstar needs to stop milking the game. Like, I like GTA 5, but at the same time, I don't like the fact that they're milking it so much. But I digress.
Speaking of Rockstar, have you actually heard that a company called Tencent might actually purchase Take-Two and Rockstar Games? There's a rumor going around.
Oh, that'd be kind of...
Apparently they're like a big Chinese company worth over like $800 billion, and they actually might purchase Rockstar and Take-Two.
Wow.
So, GTA 5 could go in a whole nother direction if that happens.
Hopeful. So I hope it's... Hopefully GTA 6 can still be really good. Like, GTA 5 is really solid. And again, one of my favorite games of all time. Well, technically, I'll even state it, my second favorite PS4 game.
Yeah.
But I'll get into my first favorite and my third favorite later on in this video.
Same here. But, honestly though, this game is amazing. And I just love the idea that there's so much you can do. And the only thing I would always say about this is that there's only one city, and there should be at least two. But apart from that, this thing is awesome.
Interestingly, I think the older GTA games actually had more cities in their maps. I don't know if that's true or
they
not.
Did.
Okay.
They did.
So I only played GTA 3 otherwise. Though I have thought about getting San Andreas, though, on PS4. I might do it, though, but I don't know. It's going to be like 500 more years until GTA 6 comes out, so I may as well get it now.
Well, there's rumors going around that it might actually come out about 2024, 2025, something like that.
That'd be interesting. I honestly would be amazed if that actually happened, but I don't know. Hopefully that can be the case. But even so, though, GTA 5 is a great game. One of my favorite games of all time. So, with that being said, Nerfmaster, what's another one of your favorite games of all time?
So, the game you're actually playing right now, The Crew 2.
Alright, let's hear it.
So, The Crew 2. The backstory of this goes with me and my friend Adam. Basically, Adam had this game called The Crew 2, and I was pretty interested in it. And he showed me stuff like the car that you're driving right now, the MC12. I believe you're still driving that anyway.
Yes, MC12.
Right?
The Maserati, yeah.
Yeah, the one I hope you get. The Maserati was the one he actually he share played it and let me drive the Maserati and get kind of the feel of the game a bit. And I decided to buy it because I actually liked what I saw. And now I have like 3 Lambos, all the Koenigsegg's in the game, and so much more. And I can still find fun in it because they're adding new cars all the time. It's actually really well done. And it's really well managed too. Like, Ubisoft know what they're doing with this game. And I love that. You know, The Crew 2, it's a really good game. And also, unlike GTA 5, where you have to call the mechanic every second, you can just switch from a car to a plane in a fraction of a second by pulling up a menu and just hitting a joystick, really.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that you're able to go hyperspeed, pretty much, The fastest I've ever gone in that game is 321 miles an hour, which is ludicrously fast. That is insane. Let me just give you an idea how fast that is. 230 miles an hour is a football field every second. So imagine 321. That's like 2 football fields every second. Yeah, that is insanely fast. Hyper fast. Well, you can go that fast in a car in that game. And also the racing is actually, the cars in that game also have very realistic handling, which is very cool, because not many games have that. And also the handling changes with each car, unlike GTA 5. Well, actually I'll take that back. GTA 5's cars do handle somewhat differently, but not that much differently. So,
yeah.
Overall, Crew 2 is a very good racing game.
Definitely. And I assume, do you have anything else to add on it before I had my take on it?
Not really. I mean, the only thing I really have to say is just, give me more nitrous.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you can put double nitrous in your cars with the legendary parts, but still, like, come on, man. I still want more than double. I want triple nitrous now.
Yeah. So, kind of for my take, like, my feelings on the Crew 2, so I got this game, like, last month for Christmas. I think Crew 2 is really good. I think it's another really good game to just play at any time of the day and just drive. I will say this is the best driving simulator I've played. Like, it's just a lot of fun. Like, I'm playing it right now. It's really good. I don't really know what else to say since you already did such a damn good job of explaining it. But it's just fun. It's another one of those games like GTA where I can kind of play it at any time of the day and get enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like GTA. Now, I have a question for you, NCS.
Yes.
Did you ask for the game for Christmas?
I did ask for it.
Is it because of me by any chance?
Yes, it is. Because of
Really?
you. Because if it really wasn't you, I more than likely wouldn't have gotten it. Unless, like, one of my other mutuals recommended it to me.
I see. Interesting.
And apparently, from what I know, I don't remember how accurate this is, but apparently Metacritic doesn't actually rate Crew 2 that well. Actually, I'll take a quick look right now, actually, just to see. Because I remember going on Metacritic, and apparently Crew and Crew 2 weren't that well reviewed. Speaking of which, did you ever play the original Crew game?
No.
Oh. Let's take a look. I also hopefully. Oh, please, come on. Yeah, Crew 2 on PS4 only has a 64 on Metacritic.
Why?
I don't know. And, I mean, the Xbox One version is at 69. And Crew 2 on PC is 66.
So they're all failing their math tests, I see.
I think the game's still pretty good, though. I still think it's decent enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, Crew 2, definitely... It isn't necessarily my favorite game of all time, but it's definitely very understandable, and it's a very good game, regardless.
Yeah.
So...
Also, Marcus Speller has said something pretty interesting in the chat that I think is worth reading off.
Alright. Also,
So he
something
says,
something right before you add it, is that at the end of the... After the whole discussion, I will go through the chat and actually read off everything.
Let's see, but I think this is still worth mentioning, though, for this topic anyway. He says, Crew 2 is fun, but in my opinion, Need for Speed Heat is the best, except when cops show up and they go hard on you in NFS Heat. And also he said that we make the best videos.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you, by the way, for that.
Thanks, man.
But, that's pretty interesting to see, because I have Need for Speed Heat on me right now. I can actually play it, but I haven't downloaded it or installed it or anything like that yet. So,
yeah.
that's foreshadowing to something else that might be coming on my channel soon. So stay tuned. But, What else would you say would be one of your favorite games, unless you have something else to add with Crew 2?
Okay, I don't have anything else to add with Crew 2 other than it's pretty good, try it out. But, also just something real quick to mention is that I know I did make a video a while back talking about my favorite games of all time, but I don't really care. I'll talk about them again, because I like to do that. Next game is, Super Mario Odyssey. This is my favorite 3D Mario game of all time. I love that game to pieces. I remember when the game was first shown in, like, well, not technically the very first reveal, like, from the Switch trailer, but in the Nintendo Switch presentation of 2017. I remember I was in my business and career ed class in middle school. I was in, like, 8th grade, and we had Chromebooks, and I was watching, like, it was, like, January 12th or January 13th, and I was watching the Super Mario Odyssey trailer. And the game looked so good! It looked unbelievably great. Like, it looked like a huge step up over 3D World, and that and Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well. And that game kind of was one of the games that made me really want to get a Switch, as well as Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The Breath of the Wild is also really good, which I may get into that later. But, going back to Super Mario Odyssey, dude, I don't know another game where I was so hyped for release. Dude, stupid cat. Jesus, you probably could hear that through the mic, but I remember, like, the week leading up to Mario Odyssey, it was just off. It was pain. It was just so painful to wait. It was so hard. I wanted to play it so badly. And then October 27th comes around, and then I finally play it, and I 100% it. I got all the power moons in the game, all the costumes in the game, and I actually played it even earlier today, just doing some Luigi's Balloon World stuff. But, so that's kind of like my history with Mario Odyssey, but the reason why I love the game so much is because it brings together both the sandbox element of that is Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, which I really liked, and it just adds so much to it. Like, there aren't nearly as many levels as that of, like, in, like, Mario Odyssey as there were in, like, 64, but I feel like Mario Odyssey's levels are a lot more densely packed. Like, there's, like, on every edge of the map, there's, like, a Korok moon. Jokes. But,
okay.
Yeah, Korok season, but I'll get to that later. But they're so densely packed, and they're all so unique as well. Like, there's literally a kingdom in the game where Mario's next to realistic humans. Like, that's so unique. And there's, like, this, like, world where he's in, like, this ruined kingdom where it's, like, all like, dark and scary with this huge, crazy, realistic Skyrim-looking dragon. And then there's this other one that's, like, this forest area on this, like, mountain that has, like, an area that's full of machinery, and then, like, this area, like, down below in, like, the deeper parts of the woods where it's a lot more dark and scary, and there's this dinosaur T-Rex thing that comes after you that scared the poop out of me the first time I saw it. And, oh god, and this... So, it's so good. I love the game. I love the creativity part of the game. And that is the best thing about Mario Odyssey, in my opinion. It's how creative they got. And the one time where I could tell Nintendo really tried when it came to their games. Like, there was Breath of the Wild earlier that year, and, like, Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey were the games that showed that Nintendo really could be creative. And I really love that. Also, gameplay was just so good as well. And getting all the power moons was honestly fun. But yeah, such a good 3D Mario game. But anyways, do you have anything there?
Something funny happened to me while you were talking. So, as you were talking about how he was next to realistic people and how unique it was, as soon as you said that's so unique, freaking Snoop Dogg started playing on my radio.
Oh snap, turn up.
No, for real. As soon as you said that's so unique, dun 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 dun.
Which song was it?
Was it still playing on West Coast Classic? Or let me take a look. It is. It's the Still DRE.
Oh, that's a good song. Oh, my favorite is the next episode. That song is really good. But yes, anything for you to add? Well, I try to get away from this.
I have never played Mario Odyssey before.
Oh my god. Do you have a Switch?
I've seen... No, I don't have a Switch, but
oh,
I've seen...
Okay.
I've seen the trailers for it. It looks pretty decent, actually.
Yeah, it's a very good game. What Mario games have you played?
Played... I can't even remember them all. I can't even remember them all. I used to play the new Super Mario World on 3DS. I used to play the new Super Mario something on Wii U.
Oh yeah.
And also on the original Wii.
Oh, new Super Mario Brothers Wii was my childhood, man. Dude, that right there is one of my childhood games. That, Super Mario Galaxy, and Mario Kart Wii and Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz, those were the games that defined my childhood right there. Like, early childhood. Like, yeah.
Okay, so...
But going back to Odyssey, though.
Yes. Like Odyssey, I don't really have anything else to say about Odyssey at all.
It just looks like a
pretty
good
decent
game,
in my opinion.
Yes, it's a very good game. And also, Nintendo, why have you still not released a sequel yet? Like, I think that'd be really nice. I gotta fly as low as possible. So yeah, that's kind of my thing with Mario Odyssey. It's a really good game. So, what's another one of your favorite games, Nerf Master?
Doka Doka.
Oh, snap. And why is that? First of all, talk about how you even got into DDLC. We should do that with all of these as well. Kind of talk about how we got into it in the first place.
Now, strut your stuff.
So the first time I ever actually saw anything related to DDLC at all was on MatPat, was Game Theory, of all places. And when I first looked at it, it looked like an anime dating sim, which I'm not really too into those kind of games, honestly. At least I wasn't back then. I am kind of somewhat into those now, because after playing DDLC Purist mod, I can say that they're pretty freaking good if they're written well enough. They can be really touching. But seriously though, so DDLC, whenever I first heard about something like some of the darker stuff in the game, like Sayori's death, I was like, okay, wait, what? That's what this game actually is?
Oh my god, I remember when I saw Sayori's death. Dude, that was scary, man. Dude, that was scary. Like,
that came out of nowhere, too. Like, that's what really got you with that one. That one just came straight out of nowhere, because she was supposed to be... Like, I understand that, like, she tells you about her depression issue, like, one day before she does it.
But it comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, she always seems to be, like, the happiest person at the club.
But you know what, though? Many people who are happy all the time are like, this is a generalization. Many people who are happy all the time are hiding their true feelings.
Yes, and that's really sad, honestly.
Which is very sad in this case. Very tragic.
Yeah, but also, for very hot girls, which is always a plus of any game.
Oh, yes. Of course, I'm going to talk about that in another entry.
Also makes some rather interesting fan art. But also,
oh, I could say a lot about that about the next one of my other games. But anyways.
A lot of DDLC modding channels, like Monica D, NCS7, you, The Bike, which is... I mean, it's a bike. We already know how bike is.
Bike's the best. Bike is the best writer.
We already know how.
Even if some of the month of Natsuki mods kind of piss me off sometimes, they're at least well written, and that's what I will say. Like, at least they're well written.
Yeah, Monica Cohen, he's just mostly focused on being funny.
But yeah, the modding is definitely another thing I really like.
Yeah, and also, now back to the original game, though. The overall concept is really interesting. The way that Monica has, like, a whole separate reality. And also, like, the Project Libitina, the Third Eye thing, it's really intriguing, and I'm really hoping that the sequel comes out sooner than later.
Honestly, given how things have been, I don't think it's gonna happen. But I will be but I don't know if you saw my community tab. Also, for people who don't actually know, I am planning to actually do a DDLC iceberg video in early February. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. I was kind of curious about that.
Have you seen any iceberg videos before?
I've seen yesterday. Dub H Jude uploaded the SNL iceberg video.
Dude,
And I
I
saw that.
watched the video. Dude, that was such a good video. I actually even left a couple comments where I actually found out some interesting stuff as well about some stuff. Like, remember the 3 abandoned channels that he was talking about?
Yeah.
And he talked about, like, Super Mario Logan, Super Luigi Logan.
Wait, Super Luigi Logan.
Because Super Luigi Logan, he eventually ditched that channel. Remember?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, he
But
ditched that because
demonetization
he ditched
issues.
that because
but,
of yeah demonetization.
I know this is kind of off topic, but I just want to get this out of the way. I actually think I figured out what the 3 abandoned channels were. There's Super Wario Logan, Super Waluigi Logan, and Super Daisy Logan. Because on Super Mario Logan's featured channels tab, he actually has those 3 channels listed in there, and those were never
Why
used.
does he need so many backups?
Dude, I legitimately
so many backups.
Dude, yesterday I looked up Super Goomba Logan, and I actually found a channel that was made in 2010. But yeah, I find it very
Goomba
interesting.
Logan.
But it doesn't seem like any of the channels were ever used. But I got really sidetracked on that one.
We both did after I talked about the WHG video.
But yeah, but you've seen but you know how the iceberg videos work, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to be doing one for the Doki Doki iceberg, and let's just say, I found some very interesting stuff. So yeah.
Alright,
But anyways, going
let's
back
get back to the games.
DLC. Yeah, also something you should keep in mind for these podcasts is that we're not always going to be on topic, so yeah. But back to DLC, though. And your reasons for loving it so much.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to ask you one thing. Who is your favorite character? And why?
Natsuki. Natsuki, because I can relate to her a lot. I can relate to her with the whole, like, manga. Well, okay, I don't really read manga, but I'm kind of like the anime stuff. I like her I kind of like her aesthetic a lot compared to the others. Even though she is you could kind of say she's a little bit more cliche than the others. Like, she's kind of cliche more than the others. I don't know. I just like her aesthetic a lot more. I also like the fact that she gets nicer throughout the game. Like, she doesn't get worse throughout the game. And she never has a death screen. She doesn't have a death screen at all.
Yeah, there's no death screen for Nats.
I mean, unless you want to count her splitting her neck, but that's not really a death screen. That's just a jump scare. I actually made a video about this. Every time people ask me, what's your favorite Doki? I just am like, watch this mod called Who is Best Doki, where I answer that question. Like, I go into better detail though, so if you want to know more about it, why I love Natsuki so much, go there. But honestly speaking though, it is very difficult to choose, because all the girls I love a lot. I love all the girls a lot.
Yes.
I also mentioned I also mentioned this stuff in my DDLC tier list video as well, so you can check that as well. But getting back to the game itself, though.
Yeah. So, the game. Honestly, the concept, like I said before, is good. But, can we just please appreciate how well written some of the craziest mods ever made for it are?
Yeah.
Like, the purest mod by far, not only is it the only mod I've ever actually taken the time to download and play myself, but it's also the only DDLC mod that actually made me cry tears of joy at the end. I'm not even kidding about that either. Like, and that was the Monica route. Because, it's not even just because Monica's my favorite Doki, it's because of how well the mod was actually made and written.
Oh, snap.
And the story.
I need to check out
the story is really good.
I need to check that out. I actually haven't ever watched the full one before.
No. Just download and play it yourself, and maybe even make a video on it. You will never regret it.
I'll probably watch it on YouTube, but yeah, I definitely need to take a look for that. Yeah, that's another thing I like about Doki Doki, but I'll get into that a little bit later.
What's actually really amazing about it, though, is the fact that I actually watched it on YouTube first, and and it actually made me cry there. And even after I saw it the first time and played it again, I still cried at the ending because it's so well made.
Don't spoil it, though.
I won't spoil anything for you, but all I'm gonna say is this. You have to complete the first 3 girls' routes, and then you unlock the Monica route.
Oh,
that's what you need to know.
Oh, that's cool.
So you gotta go through the Natsuki, Yuri, and Sayori routes before you get to the Monica one. And then, once you get the Monica one, not only are you on my favorite Doki's route, but you're also on probably the best one, with the best scenery. And also, they have a lot of good scenery, so always a good thing. But back to the original freaking game. Why are we getting so sidetracked? I don't know. Let's continue. So,
that's
the original
what we do
game
on this program.
Also has a lot of fan songs made out of it, like Just Monica and Why Did I Say Okie Dokie?
Oh, why did I say okie dokie?
Oh, wait, hold on. Monica D's in the chat. Hey, Monica D, make a remix of Why Did I Say Okie Dokie, please.
I love the lyric songs for Doki Doki. Like, I love Why Did I Say Okie Dokie? Even though it's one of those songs where I only listen to it every now and then, it's still a really good song. But yeah. But do you have anything else to add regarding DDLC?
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can look this up. If I can find it. Hold on. I hope this isn't copyright.
I don't think it'll be that big of a deal, just if you play a small section of it.
Rare. Have you ever heard this song before? Let me know. Play.
Oh! Yes!
Yep!
Dude, what is that original song called? I've tried to find that.
It's called You Dokied in the Wrong Neighborhood.
No, but the original source for the song, like I know the song, but what's the original song's origin? Like,
the original mod. The song was originally used in a DDLC mod called
No, not the mod, but like, what was the origin of the song? Like, I'm trying to find that song where it's like, I don't know, not the one where Monica sings it, but the original one. So I know that like there was another version that was, I don't know.
The Wrong Literature Club? Is this it right here? Hold on a second.
No, forget it. Forget it.
Okay, I'm not even gonna worry about that one.
Okay. that sounded odd.
What are these titles? You Yuri'd in the Wrong Literature Club. You Natsuki'd in the Wrong Literature Club. You reposted in the Wrong Literature Club.
Wow, there's a lot of those. But yeah, we got very
all
sidetracked.
3 of Sayori's deaths, changing the files to turn them all yandere. Okay, what are these?
Oh, I remember the Yandere
Doki
Club
Doki
mod.
Literature Club on crack.
Have you seen the Doki Doki Yandere Club mod before?
Yeah, that was a little lucrative.
That one was a little crazy, but
yeah.
Yeah, we got really sidetracked though. So, I guess you should just wrap up your final thoughts on Doki Doki Literature Club then.
All I'm gonna say is I want Monica. That's what I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah, I definitely understand. Now for kind of my 2 cents on the game. So I knew about Doki Doki Literature Club for, I'd say, a decent amount of 2018, but I didn't really have any attention to it because I was kind of like, it's just an anime game, it's just it's just weeb crap, it's probably not. Out of nowhere, one day I'm just rewatching a Scott the Woz video. It's his video on viral games, and he's talking about it. Now, I watched this video when it originally came out, but then I was rewatching this video in like October of 2018, and for some reason at that moment, when he was talking about Doki Doki Literature Club, at that moment I was just like, whoa, this game looks really interesting, I want to check this out. And then I started like checking it out, and then I got hooked fast. Like, I got really invested. Like, I was starting to watch Jacksepticeye's playthrough of the game. I actually...
Welcome back to Doki Doki!
That is legitimately the playthrough I watched to, like, get the basis of the game. And I was just getting so into it. I was like, this game is so cool! Like, it's such a... this will sound cheesy. Doki Doki Literature Club is an experience. It is.
That sounds so wrong.
It is.
That sounds so wrong. wrong.
Doki Doki Literature Club is no joke in experience. Like, that game is so good. Like, it's so... This is one of the best things I love, is the writing. It is so well written. I love how...
The writing! Yes, I love the writing!
The writing!
The writing, you say...
No,
I don't know if you actually said this or not, it sounded like you said writing.
I said writing. You misheard it or something. But yeah, going back.
I don't know if it was like the mic or something, but it sounded like properly like you said writing. It sounded like
we do need to keep on focus though, because we've been getting really off sidetracked. But one thing I love is the writing. I love how much in Act 1, like, everything is normal, but you kind of suspect something is wrong, because, like, Sayori's acting a little weird, and, like, Monica kind of acts a little weird with, like, her writing tip of the day, make sure to save your game, and it's like, well, what's going on? And then, like all these, and, like, I think Yuri at one point, I think this might be on the first day, when she's talking about, like, her favorite stores, she even mentions how, isn't it amazing how an author can literally, like, take your knowledge to throw you for a loop, or something like that. And it's like, that is such, that's such clever foreshadowing. It's amazing, I love that. And then, Sayori's death is the moment the game just became that, wow, this isn't that much happy anymore. This isn't happy anymore. This isn't lovely anymore. This is creepy. And then Act 2 of the game, where everything is just so creepy, and, like, it keeps shifting from normal to, like, weird, and it's so awkward. Like, Sayori made such a big difference. And I think that's one of the better things about the game as well, is that, because and this is something that I'll add real quickly. People have I remember seeing this one comment about someone saying that seeing how Doki Doki Literature Club handled Sayori's death really actually tempted them, and actually made them change their mind on suicide, because they basically saw how if someone was to actually kill themselves, how big of a difference they would actually make. Even if it didn't seem that significant, like, how much it made a difference. Like, you know, when Sayori's gone, how much it makes a difference on the Literature Club. Like, the fight against Yuri and Natsuki, like, it's way worse. And, like, Yuri gets a lot more crazy, and, like, everyone is a lot more angry with each other. And it's like, it really shows you.
doesn't have anyone to call to stop it.
Yeah, it's like Sayori, like, meant a lot to that, and it's like, and I find it really interesting, and I've heard of other people who have had mental conditions that actually played Doki Doki Literature Club and have actually improved off of it, which is really cool to see.
I've also heard the opposite, and this is actually why DDLC was actually featured on, like, a news channel for being, like, dangerous to children and everything.
Okay,
dude, there's literally a warning at the beginning of the game when you load it up that says it.
I don't know how legitimate it is. It sounds very fake. Like, I saw a video on that whole thing, and I think that whole thing is probably fake. I don't buy it.
What up, NCS7? We got a question in the chat.
Oh.
Do you remember Yuri stabbing herself? I got so scared when she did it. I remember that way too well.
That was another one. Like, it wasn't as out of nowhere as Sayori's death, but it was it was not fun. Especially since Yuri was my favorite DDLC girl at first.
By the way, just a shameless plug here. Combo Dev actually managed to use that scene in a really interesting way in one of his mods.
Oh, I need to see that.
I'm not gonna name the exact mod, but I can DM it to anybody that asks. So, I'm on Discord. If you guys want me to DM you a link.
And like, and kind of going back to my story, like, I was just playing DDLC, and then I was at this exhibition, like this expo, where they had like these arcade games and like games and stuff like that. And I remember I was watching YouTube, and it was like really late in the night, and I started seeing like these mods, and I'll just cite the bike as my primary example. I saw a few other mods, like I think I saw one of them where Sayori shot up the Literature Club.
Oh, that's right, Pumped Up Kicks. That's right.
I saw that one. I saw a few of them from Autistic Communist. I don't know if he makes mods anymore though. He made the
what
video.
What a name for a channel, Autistic Communist.
Do you even know his channel?
No.
I don't know if he makes videos. He's one who made the video on Natsuki and Yuri, making out in the closet. That was one video I saw, but I think
I remember that one. Ah, what was it? I think I remember that one too.
But he doesn't make videos anymore, I don't think. Because I don't remember. But I was watching these mods, and I was just like, wow, these mods look so cool. I wish I could do these. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try and figure out how to make these mods. So I spent the next month figuring out how to make how to set up the mod template in Ren'Py, and it was frustrating to do it. I was almost gonna give up at one point, but I was eventually able to get to work in mid-November of 2018, and that's when I started making the DLC mods.
Now, which mod was actually, of all the mods that have been made by other people, what do you think is your best? What do you think is the favorite? I can't speak today. What do you think is your favorite one?
Probably, I'd say the best written one is probably A Month with Natsuki by Bike. I love that mod because of how well written it is, even though I do get kind of pissed off nowadays because I feel like Bike focuses a little too much on the makeout sessions as opposed to the story. It's still really well written at the very least, and I still like it. But I'd say my favorite mod I don't know, because the Bike had, I'd say it's probably from Bike because Bike just makes good stuff. I like the one where they go on a plane. I like that one a lot.
Plane? That's right, the plane in Sayori, I think it was.
The Walmart. I love the one where they go to Walmart. Where they're getting some. Sayori's dancing in the aisle. I like that one.
That's right. She's singing to the radio.
I like that. I really like. I also
like singing the lyrics wrong.
I love the Doki's go to Wendy's. I like that one. I love Yuri's Pleasant Day. I love the complete insanity of the video where Yuri just gets more and more insane.
Yuri gets exposed.
You know what?
You can't not mention that.
You know what? That one might be my favorite because that one is funny as hell. And that was right, and the first time I watched the video, it was right around the time, it was right when I was really I really liked Yuri's, Yuri was my favorite character. That video was so funny. That's my favorite one, but yeah, that's kind of the modding stuff, but going back to the original games just to kind of wrap it up, I really like the game. Okay, here's something that I will say. As a video game that I play, it's not what I would play. It's not really a game that I'm going to really replay over and over, but Doki Doki Literature Club is such a good game. It's so well written, and because of Doki Doki Literature Club, I got somewhere on YouTube. Without Doki Doki Literature Club, me and you, Nerfmaster, would probably not even know each other.
Yeah.
Probably not. And if it weren't for DLC, I would probably still have as big of a fan base as I did back in mid-2018, where I only had a few hundred subscribers. It would be sad, but thankfully I finally found the thing that works for me.
I think that actually is kind of an example of the butterfly effect. It's all because Dan Salvato decided that he wanted to make a game that we're now friends.
Yeah. I find that kind of funny. That's happened with other stuff too, how some of my mutuals, two of my mutuals that I'm not going to disclose here, actually got me to start interacting with another mutual that I actually have a much better relationship with as of lately.
Same here. I actually have the exact same thing happen. One of my friends and my crew by now, right? Spidey, Beetle, Sonic Fan, all them. So Beetle introduced me to Spidey. I didn't know about Spidey before Beetle, and I get along a lot better with Spidey than Beetle. So it's really interesting, and in fact, almost everybody in the crew gets along better with Spidey than Beetle, which is really weird. But that's besides the point.
Probably personality, more than likely.
Yeah.
Unless it's some
he gets
other
meta.
stuff.
I think I've told you before about this. I'll discuss this kind of stuff later on.
Yeah.
But for right now, though, let's move on to the next game unless we have anything else to add about the DLC.
I don't have anything else to really add on the DLC other than thank you, Dan Salvato, for giving me a YouTube career. But anyways, I just love making mods as well. But I'll do another stream. May even do another podcast, potentially just like of us two, potentially just me talking about basically why I love DLC modding so much. But that's besides the point. But I will, at the end of this stream, actually reveal the mod that I plan to release tomorrow. So wink, wink. But getting back to the whole favorite games thing. So then my next favorite game of all time, very obvious one, Persona 5. Okay.
Yep.
Persona 5 is the game that made me buy a PS4. Like, because of Joker getting added to Smash Brothers. The Joker was added to Smash Brothers, and then I was looking at, like, and I was, like, playing that stuff, and I was like, Persona 5, that's such a... It looks really interesting. So I started watching, like, at the first few parts of Johnny Awesome's Persona 5 playthrough, like, original Persona 5 playthrough, and, like... like late May of 2019, and I was like, this game looks so good, I want to play it. And this was right around the time when I wanted to get a PlayStation VR to play FNAF VR, and this was also around the time when I wanted to try and start streaming games more. So I was like, I want to get a PS4 for my birthday and Persona 5. So I did that on June 27th, which is my birthday, by the way. And I got Persona 5 a few days later because I had to get it off of Amazon because at the time it was a lot harder to get the game. And I played the game for like 2 months straight, and it was amazing. I love everything about Persona 5. But I'm going to talk about Persona 5 Royal, though, because Persona 5 Royal is the best version of the game. But a lot of the stuff applies to Persona 5. So, first thing I need to talk about are the visuals. I love the game style. I love, like, the animations the characters have, the style of the game, like, all that stuff, like, all of it's so beautiful. It's such a huge step up from that of, like, Persona 3 and Persona 4, although I never played Persona 3, at least yet, I will eventually. But it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful game. I love the story of the game. I will be honest, though, as much as the story gets kind of stupid in the second half of the game, it's still enjoyable, and mostly because of the characters. I love the characters in the game. I love Ryuji. I love An. I love Yusuke. I love Haru. I love Futaba. I love Akechi. They're so good. Such good characters. And this is the first game I played, like, okay, that's actually a lie. Doki Doki Literature Club exists. But I love the characters so much. And that's what made the games, like, if it weren't for the characters, the story may not have been necessarily as good in the second half as it would be otherwise. And the gameplay is so good. I've always noticed how Atlas games seem to always have a divide with gameplay. Like, they're always, like, two types of gameplay. And, like, with the social simulator stuff, like the visual novel kind of stuff, it's really, really solid. Like, while not every Confidant is necessarily a home run, they're still really solid in their own right. And then, like, the metaverse, like, JRPG part of the game is so good. I love the battling. My favorite battle system out of any RPG that I've played. I just love it. I love how fast and snappy it is. It's fun to do. Yeah, I love the gameplay. I love the music in the game. The music's just so good. One of my favorite soundtracks of all time. Really love the... And the game's decently long, too. Like, even the original Persona 5, it took me, like, 60 hours to beat it. And Persona 5 Royal took me, like, 112 hours to beat. Though this was because of the fact that I had to play the game a second time to get to the third semester, which... That actually was pretty good in the end. But yeah, Persona 5 is such a good game. And to be fully honest, Persona 5 Royal is my favorite game of all time. I love the game so much. It is my favorite game of all time because I feel like Persona 5 is the game that made me buy a PS4, which in turn, which kind of going back to what you were saying before about the butterfly effect. Because of Persona 5, I'm talking to you right now.
Yeah, because that will make you buy a PS4.
And I'm talking to the other mutual of mine. Like, it's like Persona 5 is such a good game, and I know a lot of people, and I will say one thing though that is somewhat negative. As much as I love Persona 5, I really am sick of the community. Like, Twitter is not the best place to be a Persona fan, like, because you have to have a very strong opinion. And I know, and I see a lot of people who are just like, Persona 5's not really that good of a game, and it's a disappointment for the Megami Tensei series. And it's just like, no, it's not. Like, granted, I haven't played an actual Shin Megami Tensei game yet, but it's like, I will do that once 5 releases, but Persona 5's a really solid game. It may not be of your taste, but it's still really solid, though. But Persona 5 is my favorite game of all time, and I love Royal. Also, Haru is best waifu. I know I said before that An is my favorite, but I changed my mind. And I also cannot wait for Persona 5 Strikers. That game is going to be so dope.
Yeah.
My favorite waifu is Haru, second is Utsaba, third is a tie between An and Makoto. I honestly don't like Makoto that much, but that's just me. But that's kind of all I have to say on that. Anything for you to add, Nerf Master? Anything?
I've never played the game.
I'd recommend checking it out at some point. Very good game, but real quickly before we get to yours, I want to see how long this has been going. Wow, an hour and 21 minutes. Jesus. All right, how about we do one more for the both of us then?
Well, I've already gone over my favorite game, GTA 5, but
then let's go over something.
I do have one more I can add.
Okay.
Call of Duty.
Which one?
Any of them, really. The entire Black Ops series, the entire Modern Warfare series.
Wait a minute. So you're gonna say Black Ops 4 is your favorite game?
No.
You said any of the Black Ops games.
I said the entire Black Ops series. Except for 4, because 4 was a disappointment. But if I had to pick my favorite Black Ops game, I would say Black Ops 2. And
dude, I wish I had Black Ops 2.
Was not only the game I played the most on 360, but also was just straight up really fun. And not even just in the multiplayer aspect of the game. It was also zombies, which is amazing.
Dude, I played zombies with my friends. It is so much fun.
It's unfortunate that Zombies has come to an end in terms of its story, but actually, didn't they like bring it back in the new Cold War?
They did bring it back, I believe, but I don't know anything about it though. But I don't plan on getting Cold War. I don't know, but
I have the game for PS5. I just gotta download it and play it.
Yeah. But anyways, getting back to the what the heck was that? Was that an alien?
I don't know.
Do they have aliens in this game?
No.
I swear to God, I thought I saw something. That's weird. But anyways, back to what you were saying. The Call of Duty series.
So, my friends would oftentimes, I still am somewhat skilled in Call of Duty, and I've destroyed my friends in 1v1s before, and they would get really pissed. It was really funny. But, it was just, it's also a game that can really make you laugh sometimes with some of the ways that the zombies work and also just some of the things that happen there.
Yeah.
Hyper End System, which of the Call of Duties is better, Black Ops or Modern Warfare?
Oh, Black Ops.
I'm gonna go
Black Ops 3.
Okay. Black Ops 3. Oh, I have that. That's really good too.
I'll go into that later though.
Do you have Zombies Chronicles?
No, I don't have Zombies Chronicles.
Oh, I have that. It's really good.
Yeah, but going back to what you were saying about the Call of Duty series.
Yeah, the Call of Duty series is really, really, really good. That scared me to death. Jeez, I just crashed this thing. But, yeah, it's really, really, really good. And I'm just gonna say this, though. Black Ops 4, disaster. From day one.
Yeah, that game wasn't very good.
Like, Treyarch really disappointed me with that one. Alright. And, if you guys want to know, like, some more about that, there's a YouTuber I watched, called The Smith Plays. I believe he's actually recently, like, closed his channel down now. He made a video called "The Fall of Call of Duty Zombies," and he goes really in a nice detail about Black Ops 4. If you guys want to know a little bit more about that one, like everything else though, like the zombies in Black Ops 2 was really fun to play. Same thing with Black Ops 3. Modern Warfare was just a really good storyline overall, and I really enjoyed playing through the campaigns of those games. I'm not going to spoil anything here. Actually, I will say one thing about the campaigns. The guy that you're going up against, his name is, something Makarov, which is a really, really cool name for a villain. But, what actually was his name? I think it was like Vladimir Makarov, something like, no.
I don't know, something. I never played Black Ops 4.
This is Modern Warfare.
Oh, Modern Warfare. Oh. The 2019 Modern Warfare?
No. The original series, like 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. I never
Also,
played
there's,
those.
Zakayev, something like that. Something Zakayev, like a Russian guy you're going up against. I don't know. There's
going
really
back
interesting
to-
villains.
Yeah, but going back to the why it's your favorite.
Like, I just love the storyline of Modern Warfare, and I love the overall gameplay of the Black Ops series. That's all I really should need to say about that.
Yeah. Alright, is that all you have to say then?
Yeah.
Alright, so my thoughts on the Call of Duty series. Now, I only have Call of Duty Black Ops on 360. I play it through Xbox One. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on Xbox One, though I do want to get it for PS4 potentially. And then Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Those are the only ones I have. I have played Call of Duty Ghosts before, and I have played Black Ops 4 with my friends once with the Zombies mode. But Black Ops 3 is my favorite. I love that. That game is really solid. I will say that Call of Duty, while it is a very good series, I do think the game series is kind of overrated, though, to be honest, at the end of the day. Like, it's kind of like Minecraft and, like, GTA, where it's like, it is very overrated. But I don't know, Call of Duty, I mean, I don't know, I don't think it's necessarily as overrated as it was back in the day. Like, back in the day, it was a lot more overrated. But nowadays, kind of, most people are kind of like, sure, it's Activision and stuff, but I think Call of Duty is still fine. I don't really play it that much, though, but when I do play it, it's really good. Whether it's Black Ops or Black Ops 3 or Modern Warfare 2019, it's pretty good. I like it, but I only really play multiplayer team deathmatch, mostly because Zombies isn't fun on my own. I have played, and though I don't have Black Ops 2, I have played a lot of the Zombies mode and some team deathmatch with my friends, and let me tell you right now, that is some great stuff. I wish I had Black Ops 2. I might get it someday, I don't know. They could make
I recommend it.
Activision, if you're watching this, make a Black Ops 2 remake. Whether it's going to be Treyarch or whoever it's going to be making it. Make a Black Ops 2 remake. Or remaster or whatever. That'd be great. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the
Put
Call
it
of
on
Duty...
PS5.
Yeah. But Call of Duty series overall, though, it's pretty good. I think it's alright. It's not my favorite type of game ever, but it's definitely my favorite FPS game. Because I don't play that many FPS games in the first place. So...
Me neither.
Yeah, there's that. And then finally, I guess this will be the last one that we'll talk about. My final favorite game that I actually... Hold on, let me think about this real quick.
Okay.
Okay, I actually might rattle off a few games after this in a bit of a quicker succession, but the last game I'll go into really in depth on is the Luigi's Mansion series.
Ah.
Now, I'm not putting just Luigi's Mansion 3 here because I can honestly, these games are so close together. Like, Luigi's Mansion 1, 2, and 3 are all so close together. Though we are not including though we're not including the 3DS remake that doesn't exist. That was the disgrace to what Luigi's Mansion was.
I can just see Zach Pack just cursing you right now.
Let's not bring that up. But going back to Luigi's Mansion, I would have chosen 3. Like, 3 is my favorite Luigi's Mansion game, but I gotta mention all of them because they're all so good. Like, Luigi's Mansion 1, I love how unique the game is compared to other Mario games. It's such a more creepy Mario game. It's got so many weird undertones to it. It's really solid, and the gameplay is so memorable, and the game holds up so well for being released in 2001. Jeez, this is going to be the 20-year anniversary. Damn. They better be doing a Luigi's Mansion remake. They better be doing that. One that actually is good, not the 3DS crap. But the 3DS at least had Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I've seen so many people diss Dark Moon because Dark Moon was not good. And I think most people who say that legitimately never played the game. Like, many people who I've heard say that Dark Moon is not a good game are generally people who have never actually played the game, but they've just heard someone else say that it's not good. But Dark Moon was actually the way I got introduced to the series back in 2013. Because I just saw it at Target. I was going to get a 3DS game, and I was like, oh, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. That should be a cool game. I'll give it a shot. And I immediately got stuck in the game. As cryptic as the game kind of is sometimes, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is so much fun. It's so replayable. I love the charm in the game. I love Luigi's personality. I love the game, how the gameplay was perfected in the game. I like the puzzle solving from time to time, although sometimes it can be incredibly cryptic. But it was really, really good of a game. It was a really good game. It was really good for just the 3DS, showing the 3D effect of the 3DS as well. And then Luigi's Mansion 3. Oh, the game I've been waiting for my whole life. I remember when that game was first revealed, and I lost my mind. And then E3 2019 came around, and I really lost my mind. And then I played the game, and jeez, it's so good. I've legitimately played through the game over 15 times. Not even joking.
Jeez.
It's so goddamn good. I love the charm of the game. I love the animations. I love the graphics. I love the gameplay, even if it is a lot easier than that of Dark Moon in the first game. I love the gameplay. I love how they try. That's what I like. And kind of going back to what Mario Odyssey a little bit, I love the creativity of the game. There is a floor in the game that is based off of a movie studio. And the boss of that area, you fight a kaiju.
I don't actually know what that is.
Godzilla, essentially.
Oh.
It's so cool. It's like, and that's what I love so much. I love how creative the game is. And Scarescraper's also really cool, although I don't have Switch on. But yeah, that's why I love the Luigi's Mansion series. Like, I will say 3 is my favorite, but I really love the whole series so much. Even the arcade game is pretty good too, in its own way. Although the 3DS remake, we're not going to talk about that because that was a piece of crap. But do you have anything else to add, Nerfmaster, to that?
Like many of the games that you mentioned, I have not played this one. Okay, that scared me to death. There's lightning in GTA, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, I knew that already, but that was like ball lightning. That was really cool. But, like many other games you mentioned, though, I have not played Luigi's Mansion 3, 1, or 2, or Dark Moon, or anything like that. But
Dark Moon is 2.
Oh. Well,
I will say right now, though, Nintendo of America really effed up the naming of the series. Great job, Nintendo. You had to become Square and make Luigi's Mansion as hard, like, titles as difficult to figure out as Final Fantasy. Great job. Side tangent over. Back to what you were saying.
Yeah, they do look pretty decent, though, like, Persona and some of the other Mario games, like Odyssey. It does look very decent, so yeah. I will say that much right now. Yeah. And also, something else I do want to mention, too, and there's actually another game, unless you have anything else to add here.
Alright, then you go into the last game, and then I'll just rattle off a good amount of games in quicker succession.
This was all the rage a couple of years ago. Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Oh, snap. That's a game I'm planning to beat someday. I have that on my backlog. I'm going to finish that game soon.
Yeah, I have beaten the game already. I think at least twice by now. It's a really interesting story. And I've heard, like, they're going to unleash, like, Bendy and the Dark Revival, something like that. I mean, is that out yet? I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't keep up on that.
But, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the game is awesome. It really is good, and also the amount of fan songs and other stuff like that are really, really spot on. If you guys know who DA Games is, then you guys know exactly what I'm talking about whenever I say that the Bendy songs were crazy. Who could ever forget the masterpiece that was Build Our Machine? That thing was so good. And it was one of my absolute favorite songs during that time. And honestly, Bendy might be one of my favorite series of a game of all time.
I see.
Just because of the story. It's so intriguing. And also, like, Matt Pat's game theories on it were really interesting, too.
Yeah. I saw the only game theory I saw on Bendy and the Ink Machine was, I think his first one, where he was talking about how it was very similar to that, like, the Fleischer Studios fall. Like, how that, yeah. But do you have anything else to add to it before I add my 2 cents on it?
I think that this game was really good, and also the ending is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Don't spoil it.
Why not?
Because I want to actually see it for myself.
Well, can I at least tell you what the final boss is?
Bendy.
Okay, you're right then. Wow!
I assumed that, but yeah.
Yeah, you get to fight Bendy himself, and he takes a final form that looks freaking sweet. I'll let you see it for yourself whenever you play it. But, just, all I want to say about it is that you will not be disappointed by the way he looks.
Oh, I'm given how the game is, I definitely will be ready for that. But yeah.
Yes, but,
so now my kind
also the art style is really interesting, too.
Yeah.
And, something that kind of came out with Bendy, I guess, is also Cuphead.
Oh, that's a great game. That's a game I was going to actually mention in my little catalog of favorite games as well.
Have you seen Matt Pat's game theory on that, too?
Oh, I saw that one. That they're moonshiners. How they're basically as bad as the devil. Which, it's plausible, but I don't know how realistic it really is. But it's a really, really good game. And someone sent me an invite. But yeah, Cuphead's really good too.
Yeah.
But do you have anything else to add on Bendy?
No, other than, once again, the fan art is a little interesting.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Oh, also, people have made, like, this comic dub series for it. It's really funny.
Yeah.
Like, there's one where, like, Joey's in the hospital, and this Ink Bendy's just like, "So, Joey, I haven't seen you in a while." He's just terrifying Joey in the hospital bed.
Jeez.
And Alice is just face-palming in the background, like, why?
Yeah. So I remember when Bendy and the Ink Machine was like the big thing back in like early 2017. I think the first time I played it was in like June of 2017. I remember on a computer we really couldn't run the game the best. But I think this was a common problem though. But I did eventually get the Switch version of the game. I've only played the first chapter and a little bit of chapter 2. But I do want to play through the entirety of the game sometime this year to really sit myself down. Because it seems to have a very interesting story, interesting gameplay, though I will be honest, as much as I like the style of the game, it is somewhat headache-inducing. I think it's the amount of puke, like, brown or whatever it is, around the place, but it's still really good art in itself. Like, I still like the art of the game, though it is a little bit of a headache-inducer, but I still want to play through the game, so yeah. So
yeah.
Now on to some games I want to just mention a little bit more quickly because I don't have enough time to go through all my favorite games of all time. Kind of what we were talking about. Wow. Cuphead. That's a really solid game. I platinumed the game on PS4. Was completely worth it. And it's another game that I bought on every system. I bought it on Xbox first, then I bought it on PC, then I bought it on Switch, and then I wasn't going to get the PS4 version because I felt it was unnecessary. I got the PS4 version like the day it came out. It's
Why?
such a good game. Because Cuphead, man. Cuphead's a great game. I love the gameplay. I love the animation. Great game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That game's really solid. My favorite Mario Kart of all time. I love the game.
Mario Kart.
I love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe so much. It's such a fun game.
Mario Kart's a classic.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is my favorite fighting game of all time. I love that Joker. I mean, first of all, I mentioned before Joker from Persona 5. Like, and I love how Smash Bros. Is able to do that. How it can get you into other types of games. I love that so much. And Smash Ultimate just had a lot of the stuff that I wanted from Smash Bros. Even though they don't have Octolings as a character, which I want more than anything, it's still really good. And I know some people will whine about the game and how Waluigi isn't in it and Gino's not in it. But seriously, honestly, I don't see anyone rooting for Waluigi anymore. And really, I think Gino's a dumb idea, honestly. Like, Gino was only in one game like that. Yeah, I know Super Mario RPG was a decent enough game, but it's like, it wasn't that popular. And he was in like he was a reference in like the first Mario and Luigi game. Wasn't even in the remake of the game. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess he'd be a cool idea, but it's like, I don't know. It's just not really what I want. But Smash Ultimate's a really solid game. My favorite game. My most played Switch game. I've sunk over 500 hours into the game.
Jeez.
Next game, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. I made a video on this very recently. In fact, I think it's the most recent video I made.
What games do you have? My god, man.
Dude, I've got like 5 shelves of games. And that's not even half of them.
Oh my god.
And that's not half of them. I've got a lot of stuff.
Oh my
But 13 Sentinels,
5 shelves.
But 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, if you guys haven't played that game before, buy it, cowards. It's a great game. While it isn't the best game gameplay-wise, it's a really solid story. It has great characters. Like, I swear, that's like my 3rd favorite PS4 game. Like, it's so good. Check out my review, though, if you want to hear, like, my more in-depth thoughts on it. Let me just think real quickly. Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'll just lump the two together. Those would probably be my number 4 favorite, my 4th favorite PS4 games. I kind of lump them together since Miles Morales, I kind of see it as more of an extension of Spider-Man PS4, but those games are really solid. I love how they take on the open world aspect differently, where you can just swing around as Spider-Man through the city. It's so dope. I love Miles, and while, here's something I will say. While Spider-Man PS4 is a better game, it's a better experience, I like Miles Morales more. I think it might just be the fact that Miles Morales feels more replayable. But yeah, I love both of those games a lot. I don't honestly know at this point. I'm not sure, honestly. I think that's my... Let me just think real quickly. Yeah, that's kind of all I can really think of. Yeah, those are kind of, that's all I can really bring up. I mean, I can talk about a lot of games that I really like Breath of the Wild and stuff like that, but I'm not going to really. That maybe I'll do we'll do a podcast like that some other time, but I don't know. Probably not, more likely. But, yeah, so those were some of our favorite games that we've played throughout the years. Now I'm going to actually pull over and actually go through all the chat to see some stuff. Hello, Marcus Spiller. Hey, I play this game. Someone drives people airplanes. Oh, wow. There's a lot of stuff in here. Yuri's my favorite.
I've been kind of watching the chat the whole time.
My 2nd favorite. Sailor's my 3rd favorite. Monica's my 4th favorite. Yeah. Persona 5, I love the game. Hyper. Can I tell you too? My favorite game is. You can tell us what your favorite game is. My favorite fighting game is Soul Calibur 2.
You already did.
Oh, I haven't even played. I haven't played a Soul Calibur game. I should try it out. One more question: do you two play Soul Calibur 2? Oh, I just said it right there. I haven't played it. Maybe I will someday. I don't know. I'll probably maybe I'll get the GameCube ROM so I can play as Link. But yeah. So that was kind of the podcast. I had a lot of fun actually talking about this stuff.
Same here.
I just like talking
really
about a lot of my favorite stuff. And I love time talking about this stuff, like the DDLC stuff. And time to reveal to I guess I haven't even told Nerfmaster this. What my mod for tomorrow is.
You haven't told me either.
Yeah. So the mod I'm planning to release tomorrow. Here's the title: Yuri's Hunt for a PS5.
Really? 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 Why?
It's Yuri's Hunt for a PS5. But trust me though, it's gonna be a really good video. Because after this podcast, I'm actually planning to finish it up. The reason why I actually would have had it finished, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm waiting for them. If tomorrow I get a confirmation for a purchase of a PS5, then I want to include that in the video. But if not, like, the video will still release tomorrow. I might even premiere it. It's gonna be really funny. It's gonna use a lot of backgrounds, and it's gonna be very over-exaggerated. So, yeah, a little bit of a teaser right there. And it will also use a lot of backgrounds as well, so, yeah.
Yuri's Hunt for a PS5. I'm sorry, I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around that title.
It'll be more second nature once you watch the video. I'd hope.
I don't know. I gotta watch it. I'll probably maybe I'll even make a reaction video too. Who knows?
Yeah, but it will be a premiere though. So yeah, that's the mod I plan to make tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this podcast. I want to thank everyone who was here in the chat. Oh, I've been well. I know you two have the PS5, but I'm stick to the PS4. I don't have a PS5 yet. I don't have one yet.
I do.
He does.
I do, but he doesn't yet.
He does, and he still hasn't played Astro's Playroom, which I don't know what the hell is wrong with him. But I don't have a PS5 yet.
You're still going after me for that.
But I am waiting for a confirmation of a purchase. But stupid scalpers and bots are gonna make it really hard. Hopefully, I can have one in February though. But yeah, and I'll tell you right now, when I get the PS5, you bet I'm gonna be making videos on it. But that might even be where my next stream happens if I'm lucky. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Given my pessimism, probably. But hopefully, I will have a PS5 soon enough. I have enough for it at the very least. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this podcast. I want to first of all thank Nerfmaster for being here for this.
No problem, man.
And this is NCO7 signing out. We're gonna probably do these once or twice a month. Also, the next one we're going to be doing is about our more controversial opinions in video games. So look out for that, which will be happening sometime within the first half of February. So yeah, wink wink to that. But anyways, that'll be it for this podcast. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.